Every month, the Digital Ramble will receive a regular source of income from supporters who've pledged through Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, having your ongoing support means we spend less time thinking about business and more time creating quality content for you.
Customized, based in Norfolk, England, are proud sponsors of the Digital Ramble. Check out our all set-up services. It's smart home installation with ease. Customize.uk.com.
Also supporting the Digital Ramble is Digital Delight, making holiday tech shopping easy. Take a look at their website at digitaldelight.com/shop, where they are featuring 6 must-haves to turn your basic home into a smart home.
Hey there, Ramble Force. Chris Gamble here from the Digital Ramble, live from my vehicle in a destination unknown, joined as always by my co-host in Houston, Texas, JJ Cannon. JJ, how are you today, sir?
Oh, Gamble, I am doing so good. Mike, thank you for working the switches for us. Crank that up. We love this jam. Woo! Man, I am so ready to get into it today, Gamble. But you're in your truck. Where in the world are you? You've been traveling all weekend, brother. What's going on?
We knew that this day would come when I would record again from inside my van at some random part of the globe. Tonight, middle of the night here, I'm in Scotland, west coast of Scotland. I'm about 25 miles west of Glasgow. I've been working up here this weekend and today, and I'm just about to head south on another long journey.
Yeah, we got you. We got your location pulled up on the screen right now, and you just got off the rough seas over there, coming through a major storm.
Yeah, there's a storm brewing here. It's coming in this time of year. It's always a bit touch and go coming up this far north. Snow in the mountains, the wind's picking up, and I've lost my Scottish immunity to that kind of weather. I've been down south too long, so I've lost my acclimatization to that severe weather.
Yeah, man, I can't handle it either. If I'm not sweating, I don't know what I'll do. Even in the middle of December.
So what have you been up to this week?
Oh, dude, it's been busy for us. I don't know if anybody's been following our Instagram, but we've been doing a lot of Instagram posts, posting pictures, talking about the experience out in the field. And then we've been working on our email blast, and trying some different things with our email blast. We got a cool link set up on our website, digitaldelight.com/gift ideas. But one of our cool ones that we saw a lot of reaction to was our function and fashionable wares. And it's a link that you can go into and take a look at some of the cool tech stuff. But yeah, man, always trying new things and being creative. And, that kind of goes into what we're talking about today. Small business, smart home business owners, entrepreneurs like you and I, man.
Yeah, just as a little side note, again, apologies. We tried to make it happen. The interview with our Oscar winner looks like it's going to be delayed till the new year. It's been difficult to tie this guy down, but we understand it's the downside of trying to get guests on the show. It doesn't always fit in. But today, yeah, we're going to focus on the work that goes on behind the scenes with the small business that's working hard at this time of year, and want to shout out to some of the people that are putting in a real shift at this time of year with their getting things tied up before that Christmas deadline. And you and I, we've both done it many years, you more than I. That Christmas deadline looms, and it's such a satisfaction when you get to that finish line, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I really enjoy installing systems, and then whenever you turn it on, the excitement, it's like, it's combined Christmas. Everybody wants it installed before Christmas, so that when all the family comes over, they can have their holiday music playing, they can have their lights set appropriate, and we are hustling, man, from early in the morning to late in the evening, and just getting a great kick out of providing solutions and seeing seeing the adults' eyes light up with excitement, just like a kid. It's great.
Well, we both run smart home installation businesses, and businesses in this industry, they vary in size. There are some giant outfits out there with dozens of staff working around the globe. I know of companies based in London and the UK that service properties and customers in France and Switzerland and Dubai, and maybe even go even further to the Far East and maybe even to the States. And I know there are businesses like that in the US as well that service, the most outrageously big properties or multiple properties for clients. They also look after commercial. But what we want to focus on today is more of the little guys like us. We are small family-owned businesses with small teams of staff, hardworking teams. Everybody's hardworking in this industry, but we just want to put the spotlight on the people that are really grinding year after year, week after week, to become a successful smart home business.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be a successful smart home business, a small business owner, people gravitate towards that. They'd like that personable, that touch, that experience that you have with and relationship that you can build with somebody that can manage your technology. You're not necessarily calling that big box store whenever you're contacting, firms like yours or like mine or other people around the country, and you build that relationship for long-term use. And so today, where we might be deploying a solution for audio and video, tomorrow, you have somebody to call if you want to expand that system towards irrigation or climate control or lighting, and having that one go-to person that has that small firm is able to focus on your house to give you the best performance as well as reliability by having that small business.
Yeah, and this is where I believe there's a lot of trust placed by the homeowner in their installation professionals that they've chosen. And I think that's partly why things can get messy when it goes wrong, because there has been a lot of trust transferred, whether that's personal information, passwords, friendships built up. And we've talked about installations gone sour, but that happens. But with the link between the smart home professional and the customer, it sometimes goes a little bit further than other tradespeople, and I'm sure many will agree, and we'd love to hear comments otherwise. I think it's because there's that transfer of personal information more so than other tradespeople.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to encourage people to please engage, like, share, and subscribe what we're doing here at the Digital Ramble. And let your friends know we're all over, podcast. And if you're a big podcast, this is a great opportunity to listen to what we've got going on the Digital Ramble. You can check us out on iTunes and Anchor and Spotify, a bunch of different platforms. So just wanted to throw that out there.
We talk about small businesses, and I would even classify Customize, my business, as a micro business. I believe we're so tiny in the grand scheme of the business world. And just to give you an overview of Customized, been going since 2011, and we have a core staff of 4 people, and those people have been with us since very early on. We've just brought on a new trainee, and the rest of our business is made up with alliances we've formed with other businesses in our region and other experts in different fields, because we kind of build our systems and our projects and our relationships with clients because we pick and choose some of the best in class people to come and deliver the project. We don't ever claim to be the greatest cinema installer, the greatest lighting company, the greatest audio video company. We don't claim to be great at everything, if anything, really. We bring in best in class, and we've got such good links with other small businesses who equally get as passionate as we do about delivering a great experience for our clients. And we're just adding one block at a time in our business. We're not expanding super fast. We have plans to grow, but we're also very, very patient.
Right, and we're very, very similar in size and way that we're running our business as well, Gamble. We're a small firm of 6 people. We have 2 people out in the office at all times, and we have 4 people out in the field at all times. And what we have become known as for our clients is the trusted advisor. And we're very upfront of what our specialties are, but we also know people throughout our industry, whether they might be a carpenter or a painter or a floor guy, not necessarily focused exactly on tech, but clients still have needs and they don't know exactly where to go to. And sometimes by doing a search or seeing reviews, they're still a little skeptical, and they look towards us for some of that guidance on, really who is it, somebody that you've worked with, that you've seen firsthand, the solutions that they provide, and can I get a hold of this person in the future if there's anything else? And so that's one thing about being a small business technology firm, that and building those relationships. Truly, our relationships don't start until after we've left, because it's that experience. Like, okay, clients will invest in us. They have that trust in us, but not until we leave does that true experience and relationship build, because it's like, my investment truly is showing the return, fulfilling those expectations that we might have. And a small business owner really has the ability to do that, where some of the I would say big box firms don't necessarily have that expertise. They don't have that fine tuning, nor it's kind of cold. It's kind of stale. Whereas we really provide that personality and that care, that personal touch, for our clients. And because of that, they see us as a trusted advisor that they can use us as a source to bring other people into a project that they might have, down the road.
Yeah, and this is kind of like the flip side of the industry, and it's a new emerging side to the industry, where some of the world's biggest brands are now promoting an installation service of your home technology devices. And in the news this week, we've seen Office Depot launch installation services. For a while now, we've seen Amazon offer installation services on some of your tech purchases. You can click and add to basket a professional installation. Now, feedback on those are very hit and miss. We will say that, but that's not to say that the small business is going to deliver the best installation. But what we're seeing is quite a high rate of installations not going to plan with the big box store, or certainly big caveats and limitations on what your installation will involve. So there seems to be a little bit less flexibility and custom and bespoke elements to the installation, which is where our industry has cut its teeth. It's always had that flexibility and adaptability to work out solutions when things may get a little bit tricky or a little bit out of what was expected. But we're constantly facing now the flip side from the big box store, and that's something that both of you and I have talked about at length, about how do we be different to them, how do we be similar. In some respects we have to be very similar, and that's why I introduced fixed price services. It's why I slimmed down a lot of my service offerings to actually go toe to toe with them, which sounds a bit David and Goliath, but it's molding my business around the communication methods that those guys are putting out there, the terminologies that they're using to try and attract people to have a professional installations. That you've got that choice now.
Yeah. And the other thing that we really have going for us as small business owners is really understanding the pulse of the consumer. And what are they asking for? What are their main needs? And we're looking at it from a service and a solution standpoint rather than a box being moved, in the sense of like we craft our communications. Like, you do a fantastic job of it with One Day Smart Home or 1 Hour Wi-Fi. Because that is what you see your audience is really gravitating towards of a need. And so you're tailoring your communications with your clients on exactly fulfilling what their request might be needed to be filled. So I find that really exciting. And, I want to also... their research needs to be done in finding, just because it's a small business does not necessarily mean the quality is part of that mindset. I had a guy out of the Northeast reach out to me over the weekend looking for somebody that could help him assist with like a Logitech Harmony solution. And so I shot him out Tech Dads, Jamie's info up there at Tech Dads, and I know Jamie's going to get him taken care of with whatever his need might be. And so I encourage people, drop us a comment or shoot us a message if you need some assistance somewhere in the country. We know people all over the place.
Yeah, and that goes without saying that if you are looking for professionals to do work in your home, then you should be auditing them. You should be getting references. You should be getting checking out their feedback if they're on some of these sites where they can be left reviews. You need to do your research, and spending on smart home can be very, very expensive. It can be on par with what you might spend on new kitchens and bathrooms and roofing and investment in renewables and solar and things like that. Spend on your smart home could cost as much as your next vehicle may cost. So you need to be really diligent about who's going to be coming into your home, what they're going to be delivering, and maybe that's something definitely for another episode, where how to choose the right installation business. But what I will say, just to give a shout out again to some of our colleagues, that they're going beyond the 9 till 5 every week, every day, and we're seeing lots of people in this industry pushing it beyond the normal sort of time scales to deliver things, because they have that commitment. First of all, they have that commitment to the client, the project, and they want to deliver that. But I also noticed that they're overstretched. The industry is I see it getting close to a breaking point where the demand is greater than the industry can provide. The demand's coming at all sectors, whether it's high-end luxury or lower, more affordable, low price point systems. The demand is high across the whole spectrum, and this industry needs to start looking at investing in recruitment, training, expansion, how to grow your business and meet the demand, or it may start to suffocate you. I know, if I'm being all honest, it can get on top of you. You're in demand. You're expected to be everywhere at once, and all you can do is get round them all as quickly as you can. All these customers around the country, as we seem to be all over, from one end of the country to the other at the moment. But we're just putting in the hours, and we're committed to delivering these installations and experiences for people.
Yeah, in our industry, there's a organization that I'm a member of, CEDIA, and they are working really hard on communicating and finding, fresh talent to our industry. And I'm part of assisting one of the councils called the Workforce Development Working Group, and we're putting together offerings that can attract new people to our industry. And yeah, Gamble, we are in demand. Every day there's a new device that's being, created that somebody needs help with. And whether it's for your home, but for your vehicle, or even wearable tech. I mean, people might not realize that, I put a jacket on, but you might need to have it connected. And they need assistance with that wearable tech, whether it might be their watch or a jacket or a hat or just simple stuff that for you and me might sound trivial, but in reality, it's a hurdle and a pain point that clients need assistance with. Now, I haven't had anybody call me out for a service call to connect their jacket to the network yet, but it's coming. You know, I know it's coming. So
I've certainly had. We've been asked to look at connections to vehicle technology.
Yeah.
You know, your radio, the screens, the sat nav. You know, integrating between the mobile device and the vehicle. That happens a lot, especially when customers get new cars. Even going way back, I remember customers struggling to connect Bluetooth devices so they could play some audio or their hands-free kit. And it's because they see you as a technology expert, and they find it easier maybe it's just to reach out to you as somebody who can decipher technology wherever it may be, whether it's in a vehicle or in a home. So that's good, and that shows that they trust you, and hopefully you're flexible to accommodate that kind of request. And I think you should be nowadays, because there's that, you know, merging of technology from your workspace to your home to your vehicle to you know, all bound by the mobile device typically is the glue. And one of the things that we've done to relieve some of the pressure is collaborate. We've always sought to work with either other similar businesses doing exactly what we do. That's one route. Work with others who maybe use the same brands, in the same, maybe there's an overlap on the regions where you work, and you know, you can spread a bit further and help each other. But also look at the collaboration with design professionals, interior designers, lighting designers, architects, security specialists, so that you're not going outside of your abilities. And that's where it can become a weakness when you say you're going to deliver something that's, you know, is outside of what you do, but for whatever reason your brain's saying no, but your head starts nodding that you'll do it. And we've all fallen into that trap. And you know, try and be strict with yourself and set the limitations of your business. Be great at the things that you know you're going to be great at, and then pass on the other things when you do get backed into a corner sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only collaborating whenever you're out in the field, because we do a lot of the same as well. You know, I use Mega Systems for our alarm securities. I use Paul Ostrin's with unlimited integrations in Sugarland for really highly engineered systems that are used in some luxury homes as well as commercial spaces. And we ping pong jobs back and forth to one another, because I specialize in a certain type of environment, and those guys, they specialize in their type of environment. Now, that's in labor. There's other ways that we collaborate with other small businesses, and predominantly in social media and in marketing, and creating awareness of each other's opportunities that can help solve problems and tech pain points for homeowners as well as small businesses.
Yeah, so you know, I think that's, you know, we've gone a little bit on the business side of what we do, and I hope people have found that a little bit interesting. But you know, we like to mix it up on this show. But one thing we don't want to mix up is we want to get this order right. Last week was Cannon Fire. We're back to the Gamble Ramble this week. That's something that we won't be mixing up. We're going to be consistently delivering this feature every week on the show. So we're at Gamble Ramble this time. I don't know if we've got a sound effect for it yet. In the comments, what kind of sound effect could we add?
Yeah, drop. I'm thinking one of those like spin the wheel type of thing. That's one of the ideas that I have. We have this new little GIF that'll scroll across the bottom. So whenever you do your Gamble Ramble, we have that. But we're still looking for a sound effect. So if anybody has some ideas for the Gamble Ramble, throw them down there in the comments for us.
Okay, so Gamble Ramble this week is a little bit in line with what we just talked about. But homeowners, I know, are overwhelmed by the amount of technology choices that they have. A lot of them have gone pretty deep and heavy into controlling their home and have invested a lot of money, made the wrong choice, and have got into a bit of a muddle. And we've come in and fixed that sometimes, and it's we get it working, but it's not pleasant that we have to undo a little bit of a DIY disaster, but we get things up and running. I just want to give a bit of advice to homeowners that treat each smart home element that you want to add, treat them individually, do them one at a time, to give yourself a little bit of breathing space. Don't try and do the doorbell, the door lock, the smoke detector, the thermostat, and the cameras all in one hit and try and do it in a weekend. Set yourself the challenge. What's the biggest pain point? Wi-Fi. Deal with it. Done. What's the next one? Well, I'm concerned, our smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detection. Treat that as an individual task and, be mindful, of course, what's going to work with what. But if you're doing it one step at a time and you've made a good choice, say you've gone with the Nest Protect smoke detectors, and then the next pain point might be the front door, at least you've got that reference point behind you. Okay, I've got Nest doing my smoke and carbon monoxide. I've got a good Wi-Fi system. How's my coverage at my front door for my door lock or my doorbell? Do I need to bolt on a little bit more Wi-Fi? So if you choose a mesh system, that's very easy to add on. And just take it one step at a time. And again, if you get stuck with it, that's where you bring in the home technology professional. What I would say, if you're going to hit all those bases at once, that all those security headaches you've got, the connectivity issues, the entertainment, I think when you're trying to address a lot of things at once, just go straight to the pro. Go straight to the pro. They will deal with it swiftly. They will, within no time, they'll be showing you your app and your voice control commands, how to get in touch with them if you get stuck again. But if you're just relieving pain points, just do them one at a time. If things are, if you've got a lot of smart home items that you want to add, go for the pro every time.
Absolutely, Gamble. And that's the other thing about a small business firm is they'll come out, they'll design and engineer that system for you and put together the right components to work seamlessly with one another and create that true smart home. So definitely do an upgrade on that. Man, it's been incredible. Now we got something going on because next week we're not necessarily recording, but we're going to do a big watch party next week. Is that right?
Yeah, we're gonna queue up a lot of our previous clips and videos and start a bit of a digital Ramble marathon session on Facebook. So we're going to set up a watch party. So look out for that on social media. We would encourage others within the Ramble force. We're going to shout out a couple of them in a moment, but encourage you, if you've got some content you want to drop into that watch party, certainly get involved in that. So no episode next week because of the Christmas break, but we'll be doing a watch party, and maybe there might be a little bit of a bonus content. So certainly keep an eye on our Facebook and Instagram posts. Now, just to shout out to the Ramble Force, big one for us, Alan Treacher at Harpenden Electrical, been a supporter of the show since day one, and somebody I've worked with many times and have a great relationship with. Based in Hertfordshire, electricians at their core, but they're one of the original smart sparks, the smart sparkies that have diversified into smart home. So if you're based in Hertfordshire and they go a bit further, I know they work in London, they're definitely a smart home professional to check out. That's Harpenden Electrical. And then secondly, a shout out for Ground Control. These guys are based in Northern Ireland. I know they're doing a fantastic job at introducing smart home to homeowners in that part of the world. But their core, again, goes back to telecommunications. They have an amazing customer base for 4G, super fast internet out there. Look for Ground Control, and their 4G business is Interwiz.
Yeah, man, they both have really nice looking Facebook pages. That's probably the easiest way to get in touch with both of those guys, as well as to stay up to date to what they've been doing and on a daily basis. I want to encourage people to check out your information and where they can find you. Where's that at, Gamble?
Head for the website. We're putting new blogs on there at the moment. One went up live last week, customize.uk.com. And if you want to see our social game, go and check us out on Instagram at customized1.
Yeah, and if you want to know more about Digital Delight, check us out at digitaldelight.com. And like I always say, if you can't find us, you ain't looking. So, Gamble, it's been great. And, I know that you got a long trip ahead of you today or this evening, and I'll be, hitting you up on the WhatsApp crew later on tonight. So please drive safe, my man. And it is always great to see you and hang out with you.
All right, dude. You have a good day. Take care, Jay.
Take care. Crank it up, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Keep it going under the ads. Every month, the Digital Ramble will receive a regular source of income from supporters who've pledged through Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, having your ongoing support means we spend less time thinking about business and more time creating quality content for you.
Customized, based in Norfolk, England, are proud sponsors of the Digital Ramble. Check out our all set-up services. It's smart home installation with ease. Customized.uk.com.
Also supporting the Digital Ramble is Digital Delight, making holiday tech shopping easy. Take a look at their website at digitaldelight.com/shop, where they are featuring 6 must-haves to turn your basic home into a smart home.